So we're about a month in for the Trump presidency, and it has been pretty damn crazy here in the US. A lot of people expected Trump to go kind of slowly and like ease some stuff in, and some people even said, oh, he won't get that shit done. He's just, all talk. Well, he signed like 30 executive orders trying to get all this shit done. By the way, there's like so many Republicans against Obama saying, oh my god, how can you sign executive orders after executive orders, and you're just freaking trying to be all like an emperor or a king, etc. And then Trump does all these executive orders, even though he has Republican-controlled Congress and Republican majority Supreme Court, and he's still doing executive orders. He's just like, nah, fuck this. We ain't waiting. Executive order, executive order, executive order, and Republicans are like, he's getting shit done. And it's like, hypocrisy is a little, Anyways, so, he said he's going to build a wall across Mexico, which is stupid. It's going to cost about $21 billion, I believe. Or was it $15 billion? It's going to cost a shit ton of billions to build a freaking wall that I'm sure people can still just get over with a rope, a ladder, use a boat to go around the coasts. It's going to be stupid, a waste of money and stuff. And I've had conversations with people in college, at my college campus, about people supporting this, and I'm like, it's so stupid. Even if we had a wall, we wouldn't have enough people to guard that entire wall. There will still be ways for immigrants to get around it. That's just how it is. And people just think they're illegal immigrants, they're breaking the law, fuck them, send them back. When a lot of times they don't think of them as human beings. I kept telling this guy that I was talking to, you're just thinking of them as numbers, not human beings. And they're trying to come to the US to have a better life. A lot of them are trying to escape these crazy ass drug cartels, which are corrupting the government and just killing so many people. And they want a better life for their children. And you're like, nah, fuck you. I don't want to take you, basically. This is pretty much like the refugee crisis in the Middle East. Well, not as bad, but still. You can consider them refugees, but people won't, because drug cartels, I don't even know why. And people always talk shit on Mexico, saying it's a third world country, so if you lived in a third world country, wouldn't you want to try and go to some better country that's like right next to you? Have a better life for your family? And then, of course, he did a Muslim ban sort of thing against certain countries in the Middle East. A lot of people thought it was going to be all Muslims, just a religious ban. But it's only a select amount of countries in the Middle East, which were pretty much bombing and stuff. And some, liberal and progressive people have been kind of skewing the news, let's just say. While they're right that it's fucked up to do a travel ban against those countries that we're going to war with, we're just making chaos and then saying you guys can't come to us. That's fucked up. They're right about that, the liberals and progressives. But Trump hasn't banned a couple other countries, most notably Saudi Arabia. And a bunch of liberal and progressive people were like, oh, look at that, Trump does business with these countries and so he's not banning them. That might be kind of true, but the United States as a whole has been doing a ton of business with Saudi Arabia, mostly for oil and shit. And we have looked the other way, I should say, on so much bullshit that Saudi Arabia has done. So it's not just Trump, it's just politicians altogether in the United States, probably even in other countries. So you should really call it like it is, basically. But of course, the courts were like saying, nah, that ban is unconstitutional, so we're gonna stop it, ban the ban, sort of. Well, they just said we're gonna halt it for right now indefinitely until we like take a look at it or something. And the person who first brought it forward, Trump pretty much fired her. And then, so of course I had some friends saying, yeah, fuck that, stop whoever gets in your way. And of course I had some other friends who were like, Now that's like something a dictator does. If you don't agree with me, then you're just out of here. But that is our system. It's the whole checks and balance systems. That's why we have 3 branches of government in the United States. We have the, presidency, the executive branch, and then the Congress, Senate, House of Representatives, and then the judicial branch, the Supreme Court, and all that stuff. So they can all kind of check and balance each other out. That's the whole check and balance thing, or whatever. But for Trump to go in and say, nah, well, of course, a bunch of presidents have always done executive orders, and that just goes over all their heads. But once they stop them, and a lot of executive orders have been stopped in the past from other presidents, once they stop them and then you say, get out of my way, then that becomes problematic. And of course, there are a lot of people that are like, oh, if you would have voted for Hillary, we wouldn't have this insane person in the White House, etc., etc. Well, that might be kind of true, but Hillary Clinton had a bunch of partnerships with a number of politicians and corporations and stuff, so she would have been able to get a lot of shit done, but it probably would have been a lot of bad shit, and it wouldn't have helped the American people, I don't think. And with Trump, I don't think he can get a lot of stuff done without executive orders, even with the Republican Congress, because the Republicans are still kind of wishy-washy on him. Some are kind of bowing down to their leader now, and some are like, nah, I won't stand for this bullshit. And so it is going to be interesting to see how things work out as time goes on, because we got 4 years of this. A lot of people are saying Trump's probably going to get impeached because he's going to keep doing illegal activities and bullshit, like how he was promoting his daughter's clothing line or whatever the shit, which is technically illegal to have ties. And he's just done a bunch of stuff. Presidents have done a bunch of illegal stuff in the past, of course, but if he does this much this fast and he continues to do it and doesn't have all the Republicans on his side, there might be a chance he could get impeached, which some people might be for, but then that would mean Mike Pence would become the president, and he is a fucking madman. And if something happened to him, then Paul Ryan would become president, and he is just as insane and biblical and bullshitty like that. And then if he gets impeached, then that one, what was that guy's name? I forgot his name. Rex Tillerson, I believe. He was the CEO of ExxonMobil or whatever, and he's now like the Secretary of State with no experience, no prior experience in politics. He was just the CEO of an oil company, and he just became Secretary of State just fucking because. So hopefully the Democrats will start filibustering the shit out of all these crazy ass things that have been happening or going forward, like the Republicans were doing to them these past 8 years. I kind of doubt it, but who knows. So yeah, this is just a little update vlog on my thoughts about the new president of the United States for the past month. So yeah, you can always leave a comment telling me what you think, and subscribe to my channel for more personal vlogs, I guess, political, American related stuff, because I'll try to bring more in the future in my spare time. See you guys later.